Hi, my name is Clemens. I'm 37 years old, married with 2 kids, and I am the Chief Operating Officer of the Clemens household, also known as the stay-at-home mom. I have been coming to ASD for about 4 years, and I am currently a green belt. Okay, so the first time I walked into ASD, I met Ralph, and I was probably about 4 or 5 months pregnant. I was wearing a sundress looking for membership for my husband, actually. It gave me a little bit of a stink eye, probably because I was about 5 months pregnant. Now, fast forward to 4.5 years later, and I'm the one doing Krav. I'm a green belt. I do CrossFit, want to start Muay Thai one day, and now Ralph is actually yelling at me to keep on going, during CrossFit, and I'm staring up at those motivational stickers that they have all over the gym, and I'm ready to go get my blue belt. Before coming to ASD, I was kind of intimidated by the gym, but actually coming in and talking to the instructors, they were all very nice, not nearly as intimidating as they look. The facility was top-notch. Its equipment's always clean, the facility's clean, there's not a lot of sweat hanging around, so that was great. Plus they offer a ton of different classes. I try to train 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes the schedule doesn't allow it, so it's a little bit less, and then when I'm getting ready to belt test, it's a little bit more. And my favorite thing, or the thing that drew me to Krav the most, was how efficient and effective it is immediately. It's not something that you need to train for 10 years before you feel like it would actually help you in a real life situation. I think what surprised me the most about the training here, specifically with Vanguard Krav Maga, was that the instructors don't just stress proper technique. I mean, they do stress proper technique, but they also make you work out situations that don't follow the technique, like when it's the fan and something goes wrong and you're not in a very calm, sterile environment, you have to work out what you would do in that situation. Okay. Hardest part about training, I imagine for most people, same thing, it would be the belt test. First test that I took was relatively simple. Well, it didn't seem so at the time. No contact or anything, and then as you move up in the belts, you start getting visits from the bullet suit. You start sparring a lot more with people who are a lot bigger than you, a lot faster and stronger than you. And then they throw weapons into it for my next test, which should be interesting. So those are pretty mentally and physically challenging. I think at my last belt test, I hit a little bit of a wall, and I was a little bit concerned that I just couldn't go on. And that's one of the greatest things about Krav, is that they just make you, and you just push through it, and that's what the instructors teach you. So glad I was able to. So I'm sure most people would say that they would recommend everybody to ASD. I don't necessarily feel like the bad guys out there really need to go. So I would probably recommend all the women in my life. My sister, my friends, I brought them all in before, and specifically the people who are most scared of being in a confrontation or concerned about being violent or anything like that. I feel like those are kind of the people that need to come to Krav the most, just so that they don't freeze up in a situation. Because what it really does is it puts stress on you, and you find out what you're capable of doing, and that you have options when you're put in a bad situation. So all the female students out there, all my girlfriends out there, they need to come to